What's going on, guys? It is episode 2 of the 2Nerds1Brain podcast. And for those of you at home who don't know, we are actually also live streaming this. I believe this is on my Twitch, which you can check in the description below. You guys,
Check out the YouTube.
yeah, definitely check out the YouTube at 2Nerds1Brain Radio.
Definitely better sound quality and everything on
Yeah,
YouTube.
way better sound quality. So that and better video quality because it'll be edited, so it's a bit more of like a highlights thing, I guess. But for you guys at home, or yeah, for you guys at home, and actually for all of you, pretty cool. I'm fat, so like I have this rag because I need to fucking wet this thing so I can not fucking die in here because like I'll just straight fuck like you'll see him talking and glance over at me and it's just a puddle.
And it's awesome because, if you guys seen our last video, we had a really horrible camera. Now we have a 4K camera and 60 FPS.
Of course.
Should be great if you can't tell already.
Of course. And yeah, I did want to bring up you were telling me a story earlier and it was about that dude who drove you up to well, you drove them up I guess to New York.
Yeah.
And you wanna go ahead and tell that story?
I had a little 1998 Honda Civic. I just put a new motor in it, and as soon as I got it running, my dad was like, "Hey, you want to go up to New York?" And I was young. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to go up to New York." So, I didn't really think it through. I took a fucking idiot with me that doesn't even know how to drive an automatic, let alone a stick shift. On the way, I was like more than halfway there, and then it hit me. I was like, "Damn, I got to take this whole trip. Like, this shit's gonna suck." So we drove all the way up to New York, and we got there in one night, and the same night when I got there to pick up the person I was supposed to be getting, which was my dad's wife's son, I got there and I was like, "Hey, can I crash for like, 2 hours? Just get a little bit of sleep because this trip is killing me." And they said we had to go right then and there. I was like, "Fuck." So we all hopped in the car and pulled off. I made it into Pennsylvania, and I was just so fucking exhausted. I was like, "Look, man, somebody is about to learn how to drive a stick today." So, so
All right.
I showed him the pattern, it's typical H pattern. I showed him first gear, second gear, all the way up to fifth. And, the hardest part is stops. Stopping and going, first and second.
Right.
So, he had got that down. He wasn't doing too bad. We pulled off from the gas station. I showed him how the gears work, and we were doing great. I was like, "All right, I'm going to sleep." And then everybody woke me up, and everybody was scared. This man was trying to go up a hill in fourth gear. And the car's just shaking and shit, getting ready to stall out. So I jumped up. I said, "Push the clutch in." And I grabbed the shifter and pushed it up into third. I was like, "Go, go, go." So then we started going back up the hill and shit. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't because, I stayed awake a little bit and saw the way this man was shifting. So first to fourth, to third, to second, and I don't know, it's like people don't understand how numbers work.
Yeah.
It's right there on the shift knob.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's probably like the easiest part about driving stick.
Yeah, it tells you where you need to be.
It's literally 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, it was
five,
just
maybe.
crazy. So then it got to the point to where I just, I was like, "All right," because we started going back up the hill and he just, he couldn't handle it. I was like, "All right, just let me out. I'll get us up over this, and we just gotta park somewhere so I can get some rest." So I hop out the car, and this fool just hopped out the car. That bitch started rolling down the hill.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god. Good
Like,
Lord.
he just hopped out, didn't worry about the emergency brake, did none of that. He just jumped the fuck out. And I was like, "Holy shit!" And, his girlfriend was sitting in the passenger seat, and my idiot passenger was in the back seat. And they're just, rolling down this fucking hill. So I, dove through the driver door and ripped up the e-brake. I was on some superhero shit,
Hell
man.
yeah.
We finally got over the hill, and I parked. I was like, "Look, man, just let me get some sleep." And I didn't want to sleep in the front seat because his girlfriend was in the passenger seat. I was like, "Look, you sit up front. I'm going to sit in the back and go to sleep." And then next thing I know, I hear some commotion going on. What are these people yelling about? And I looked up, and they started the car and left. They pulled the fuck off. And, I was, dumbfounded. I was like, "Why? I drive stick. You guys can't handle it. Why the fuck are you still trying? You're just gonna fuck my car up."
Right, right.
So anyways, we get back to Virginia, And by the time we got back, he fucked up my transmission so fucking bad. Like, I'd have to hold the stick into third gear for it to stay in third gear. And then fourth gear was just completely gone. And I was like, man, so I was driving up to the Walmart. There was something I had to get. And then I was like halfway to the Walmart, and then my clutch exploded. It was so depressing, man.
So I guess
I was mad because I just put that motor in,
yeah.
like the day before this, and then I had to go get put another clutch, another transmission. It was just so depressing. But it was good on gas though. $100 was a round trip.
Like from here to New York?
Yeah, and back.
Damn, really?
I think it was the last 20 because it only took 20 to fill the tank on that little rice burner.
Right.
It took $20 in the last fill up in West Virginia, and it brought me all the way home, and I was still like 3/4 of a tank.
That's actually not too bad. Holy shit. I mean, it's a Honda. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah, that thing was nice.
They're like the perfect like all-rounder car. Like, if you build them a certain way, they can do like when they're stock, it's like they're 5 in everything, like 5%. But if you build them a certain way, they can go all the way up to 100% with like speed, stuff like that with torque. Mostly, I mean, as long as you don't rip anything off.
I was actually surprised on the speed it could do. Like, it had 106 horsepower. It was the D16Y7 for you guys that know Honda motors. Non-VTEC. Kind of sucked. But,
VTEC is just amazing.
So, I mean, I had it up to 135. So, and I had a mechanic at the time for the stuff that I didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I was like, yeah, I had it up to 135. He was like, there's no way you had to been going downhill. I'm like, no, I've had this up to 135. Because the speedometer reads up to 125. And it was past that.
When I had my, what was that fucking car?
The
Toyota Corolla. Yeah. When I had the Toyota Corolla, what highway is that? I think I was going down 95. Like, we're in Virginia, so I was
when
going
I was
down.
on the bike?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a good story, but I was alone. I think I was actually coming back from your house because I think I was going home, and I was going pretty fucking fast. I started going downhill because I didn't do anything with that except like cut the muffler off and like rice it the fuck out.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
Yeah, which for those of you who don't know what ricing is, it's race inspired cosmetic enhancements, I believe. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and every sticker adds 5 horsepower.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was like riced all to hell. It was like spray painted red. I had this like black a
GT spoiler wing.
GT spoiler wing, exactly. Yeah. I had a fucking black GT spoiler wing. And like low key, when you look at that thing from the side, it almost looked like a really basic Hot Wheels car. And I was in love with it. I loved it so fucking much, right? But anyway, I'm going down 95, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. So I turn off the overdrive, which I think locks me in third gear, and I fucking floored that bitch. And I got up to, I think it was like 7,000 RPMs, like right up there, almost at the red where it starts, boop, 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 And I think the speedometer only read 110. I was easily going like 120. And I was just, and I mean, obviously that car didn't go very fast, but I was barreling down the fucking highway. And and like my steering wheel started shaking, and I was like, huh. So I had to like slow down a bit and be like, all right, I know I could probably go faster, but let me slow down a bit before I fucking, unalive myself. So,
no, it was a fun night that time we was going down 460.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had just got a bike. It was a 2000 Honda CBR 600 F4.
Yeah.
And at the time, that was the fastest bike I've ever been on. It only tops out like 160. I got a way faster bike than that now.
Yeah.
But, when I got it, the clutch, like there was a stripped clutch plate in it. And once you hit like, I don't know, 11,000 RPMs, it would just, shoot way up in the RPM range because it wasn't gripping. So this fool, we was coming back on 460 and he was in his little Yoda.
Yeah, my little Toyota Corolla, that little, my Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
My Hot Wheels, I like to call it.
I think he was doing like 105 and he like came past me and I was like, oh, you think you're speed.
And it's crazy because like when I did, I was like, hey, let's go, and finally beating him. And then he
Yeah,
drop a gear and disappear.
I dropped 2 gears.
Yeah, he dropped a gear and what? I mean, it was like he was gone. It was so much fun.
It was crazy because when we got back to where we were going, he was like, "Bro, when you came past me, you shot a flame out like this long."
Yeah, like it was the first time I'd ever, well, not like ever seen like a flame in real life, obviously, but it was the first time I ever saw like a backfire flame.
Yeah.
And I mean, like when you shot that thing out, like it wasn't like a flame. It was like a, you know those like jet lighters. It was like that, but like times 500. It was like, bah! And you like you literally took off like an actual Hot Wheels car, like in like the games where like you hit the boost and fire comes out. That's what it looked like. It looked like you like hit the NOS and took off with like this fucking like jet propulsion shit. It was so fucking cool looking.
Yeah, the only problem with it though was like because the clutch was slipping so bad, when you hit like the power band, it would just slip and slip and slip. I was only able to get up to 125 at the time, and then I replaced the clutches and forgot I replaced them and accidentally popped my first wheelie ever, and I thought I was gonna die. I was so scared.
Yeah,
I felt my asshole pucker, and it like locked onto the seat. Like, you're not going nowhere.
So it didn't pucker. It just like suctioned you down like a suction cup.
Yeah,
kept you steady.
Oh
yeah,
man.
I think I remember. Did I help you replace that? I don't think I did.
No, I don't think he was there because at the time I started having issues with overheating.
Oh right.
Found out the head was cracked. Whoop-de fucking do.
Yeah, right.
Paid $646.
I don't know, something like that, somewhere around that range.
For another motor, a used motor, but I got lucky because the person that had that bike, they wrecked it. It wasn't really a wreck. They, bumped into a car at low speeds from, city driving, and they fucked up the plastics on it and then put it in the shop like 10 years ago and then never came back for it.
Oh, damn.
So the guy,
was like, oh, fuck
yeah,
it.
and the people that got it, they just got it straight from the dealership. So I got a motor. Believe it or not, the motor only had, I think, 3,000 miles.
That's not that bad at all. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like 300. Be like, oh, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, man. Like, it had
That's
like
not too bad at all.
3,000 miles on it. He thought it had more, but then he found his paperwork and he was like, no, you actually got a good deal here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had already paid for it,
What was I going to say? Yeah, I remember when you did. I don't think you came over here. I think you went over to where I was living at the time. Like, pretty much like right down the road from where you are right now. And you pulled up and I was like, oh my god, I think he fixed the bike or something like that. And like you came up and you were like, yo, I just popped the wheelie peeling off. That shit was terrifying. And I was like, oh my god, really? And I remember I hopped in my car. I think at that point I had the Honda. Oh my god, that absolute piece of shit. Like, usually I don't like to say cars are pieces of shit because if it gets you to point A to point B, that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly suitable. That is a respectable vehicle.
Yeah.
But it was never a guarantee that I was going to get even a fifth of the way from point A to point B.
Yeah, that fuel pump was just on its last leg.
Yeah, like the fuel pump was like hanging on by like a hair.
And then this idiot broke an axle on the way to, he was like almost in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
And at the time, my truck, the timing chain had went, well, the tensioner went.
Yeah.
And I drove that bitch all the way out there, fixed his axle, and then drove it all the way back without an issue. Like,
yeah.
Other than not being able to accelerate.
Yeah, and it was, it was crazy. Like, well, for one, I remember we went for a ride, sort of, pause.
Whoa.
And, he went on the highway, and I mean, like, he was, like, pointing, like, check this out, kind of thing, and he peeled the fuck out, like, in, like, Scooby-Doo movies or something like that, when, like, Shaggy and Scooby, like, jump up, and then it's like, pew, and it's just, like, a little puff, like, that was, like, how fast you were going, and you were already going, like, 60, and then you just peeled the fuck out. But I do remember, the axle. Yeah, I remember because I was going to see a girlfriend at the time, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, like it'll be fine. And it was driving fine the entire time. It was like pretty much the entire time. It was driving totally fine. And I got up to this fucking stoplight, and I stopped. I was chilling, listening to music and everything, probably smoking a cigarette or some shit like that. And I when I started to drive off, the wheel, it wasn't like death wobble, but it was like. And I was like, that's weird.
Yeah,
fuck it,
yeah, it was rough. Like, the axle came out of the cup, like, it came out of the axle cup and was, like, sitting in there like this, so every time you rolled around, the wheel was going
so
like
it was
this.
okay. So that's why it was fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I remember because I was thinking, like, nah, fuck it, like it'll probably fix itself, like whatever. And I got like maybe like fucking what, like 300-400 feet, maybe a quarter of a mile or whatever, and it just went pop. And because my fucking foot was still on the accelerator, everything just went wow. I was like, damn, all right. And then I tried to keep going, and I was like, oh shit. So I pulled over, and then I called my girlfriend at the time. I was like, hey, some shit happened. I just want to let you know I'm going to be really fucking late. Called him. Obviously, you guys know that little part. And I remember we couldn't just work on it on the side of the road. So he was like, you know what? I got an idea. Get in and put it in neutral. And I was like, all right, bet. I'll listen to you just as long as we fix this fucking thing. And he fucking drove and put his... Like, he basically raped my car with his Jeep. He he put his... Jesus. Here, just listen to this with your...
bumper?
No, just listen to this with your eyes closed. He put his front bumper on my rear bumper. And he accelerated a bit. And, I mean, he basically pushed it with his truck, which was pretty unbelievable. It felt very weird. Pause. But then, like, we got it in, we pulled it over and everything, and we jacked it up, and I ended up having to leave because I did have plans with my girl, and she was getting really, like, anal about them, and she was like, no, we need to do this now, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Before that, we had went to, what was it, like, Ace Hardware, or, it was Lowe's, I think it was, because I remember seeing blue.
It was Lowe's.
And we bought this, crowbar, and, I mean, we were under there, like, trying...
Man.
And and it slipped, and it smacked him in the head, and he was like, your axle's fixed, and I think I have a concussion.
Yeah, like,
alright.
because I got hit with the sharp side, and
Yeah.
it did bust my head open. I was leaking blood everywhere, but I was just trying to hurry up and get the shit over with.
Yeah.
On my way driving home, I was actually getting dizzy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Leigh was like, do you need to pull over? I was like, hell no, you can't drive. It
I
was
still
a
feel
fun
bad about
drive, trying to see straight.
You're trying to see shit, and you're like,
I was like trying to tune in each eye individually.
Oh, so you were zooming in with each eye.
Yeah,
You were like...
I was like Inspector Gadget cranking gears on each side of my head or something.
I still feel bad about that, too. Like, 2 or 3 years ago.
I already wrote that shit off.
Hell yeah, be like, fuck it, whatever. But we didn't really work on the bike very much together. But we did work on your Jeep a lot together, and that was very fun. We've done plenty of.
I tore that Jeep to pieces, man.
Yeah, we have.
I mean, what do you expect? You get a car for like literally for free.
Yeah, like no money.
Like my buddy gave it to me because like the people he got it from thought that it had a fuse box fire. And when I looked under the hood, I said, there's no evidence of fire under here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what the fuck? He bought it. It's the 99 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the WJ. And it's got the 4.7 V8 in it. And man, I'm a sucker for V8s. And he cut the exhaust off it because he was going to scrap the car. He wanted the catalytic converter.
Nice.
But,
is that why it's so...
Yeah.
One of the reasons why it's so loud?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a monster truck. It's crazy.
When he started it up, it sounded like a straight race car. I was like, bro, I want this. And he was like, well, if you can fix the problem I'm having with my Jeep, because he had the inline 6-cylinder. He's like, if you can fix that problem, the title's in the center console, you can have it. I said, bet. I fixed his Jeep, like, real quick. It was literally like a 10-minute job. I fixed that shit. And then, I was trying to get the Jeep he gave me running. For some reason, the alternator wasn't charging. So I was like, all right, let me go to the junkyard and grab one, get it tested, make sure it's good, and then throw it on there. So, I got the alternator, checked it at the junkyard. Well, got it from the junkyard, had it checked. It was good. Threw it on, it still wasn't charging the battery. So it really piqued my interest.
Right.
And I was like, huh, that's strange. So I looked over by the fuse box, and I saw what they meant when they said it had a fuse box fire. It wasn't a fire. The fusible link smoked out, which is common for fusible links. So I just cut it back shorter, stripped to the good wire, put that shit underneath the bolt, tightened it down, and been driving it ever since, and it's been years.
Right.
I've only had to put one motor in it, and not because I blew it up. It was never blown up. The timing went, and I've really abused the hell out of this truck, man.
Yeah.
I do donuts, burnouts, anything you can think of, I've done to it. Now I got a broken transfer case. I only got two-wheel drive. Um, the driver door is kind of screwed up. I crashed into my friend's house one time. That was a fun story.
Yeah.
But slowly but surely, it's gonna get there.
But yeah, like we haven't really like worked on very many things other than just the truck. Like we've taken what 2, 3, 4 rear differentials out.
Oh yeah.
Just because you can't just learn that you need to do burnouts in the dirt because you've got too big of tires.
Yeah.
So
well, I didn't do it this time. It just fucking went.
Yeah, like
this time it was normal driving and the diff just broke.
Yeah. But I do remember oh god, I remember a bunch of things, like obviously taking out the diff and everything. And I remember when we finally got to fix the timing issue that you had, and we had to like open everything out the front, and
it never even got fixed.
And it never even got fixed.
I just said fuck it and put a whole new engine in it.
Yeah, and I mean like now it's got a whole new engine, and now you got to do the rear diff. Like I honestly don't even know whether like obviously you keep it because it's like it's good, it's been going for a while and stuff like that, and it's loud and it makes you feel like a big man.
I got up to 240,000 miles before I had to replace the engine.
I mean, yeah.
And the transmission's still strong. And that's surprising for Mopar.
Considering that the transfer case has a hole in it.
And
or is it not anymore?
And the chain snapped in it.
Yeah, and the chain snapped in it.
And it's still going.
Yeah. Wait, so the one that you have in there is the one that we bought when you were still living with your mom?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's the same, so it's the same one that has the hole in it?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's so crazy because like when you're driving it, like if you go like down a hill and you go into neutral, you can still hear
the little
fucking
rattle
gears
from,
like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like you can hear it, and I mean that thing's going drier than maybe I shouldn't say that. That thing's going drier than some old lady's coochie. Like I mean, it's
drier than the Sahara Desert.
Hell yeah, like that shit is dry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I should probably get in there and like just throw some grease up in it or something to lubricate things. But
yeah. How you guys doing? Nobody's in the chat. No, fucking.
We had one viewer for a good little while.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the bot viewer from Twitch, if I'm being honest.
Well, they didn't comment anything like, oh, the stupid stuff they usually put on there.
Oh, okay. So like the fake. Like,
that might have actually
like, hey,
been.
You guys look great.
Maybe it was a mod.
It might have been. Just, I mean, I highly doubt it. I don't think there's a single. Speaking of which, I don't think there's a single human being on the Twitch mod team, and I know that it's like, it's not really controversial, but it's like common knowledge. But if there are any humans on the Twitch mod team, I swear to God, they're like 13-year-old horny little boys.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like a female streamer could do literally, like she could get on there and stretch her fucking and just straight goatsy.
She could just cough and have like 6,000 more followers.
Not even that. I mean, like with specifically just the Twitch mod team. Actually, recently I was telling you about this. There was a female Twitch streamer who went live and had sex on stream for like an hour and then ended the live. And she was banned, which was great, but she was only banned for a week, which in of itself is pretty bad. But there was this other guy, I can't remember his name, but he went to Pokimane stream doing a raid, which is fine because it's like you bringing all of your viewers to this person's chat, which is like great for people.
Yeah.
And he was like, go spam like L+ ratio or whatever, and it was just a funny joke. And him and Pokimane are totally cool now, right? But Twitch was like, that's not cool, and just like banned this man for life for something that none of them took seriously. But they only banned somebody who is legitimately violating user agreement and showing basically porn to like probably children who are watching her, because I think she's like a gamer or something like that. And she only got banned for 7 days, and like I still to this very millisecond cannot fucking believe that it was only 7 days.
That's crazy, man. Social media is broken these days. I don't care what platform you're on, YouTube, Twitch, anything.
Especially
even
something
Facebook.
Like TikTok. Yeah, even Facebook.
Like, everybody puts their attention towards the females that do absolutely nothing. The ones...
it's because, like, they don't really understand that, like, dude, get on your bed, go to Orange YouTube, and rub one out. And I promise you...
Orange YouTube. It's beautiful.
I promise you, a pretty solid 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you guys see me looking around a lot. I'm keeping an eye on our audio, making sure
Yeah,
everything is good and clear. I'm looking up here
checking
at
out
the
the
stream.
live. Yeah,
So, I'm
um,
just trying to make sure we're catching if anybody's commenting or if we're making any mistakes here in the audio,
obviously, which
which
actually so
I'm
far,
fucking doing. I need to get a little closer or speak a little louder or turn this up a little bit.
yeah, you could just turn that up just a little itty bitty teeny tiny bit.
And wow, that's
Whoa,
too
that is
much.
way too loud.
Oh
Let's
my
just,
God.
I'm gonna, don't worry, I'm gonna edit that out.
This should be good right here. Yeah,
Right there. Yeah,
that's
you
great.
want to put the headphones
That
on
is
real quick?
beautiful.
That's beautiful.
I can't hear it unless I stop it and then play it back.
Oh,
So,
fuck. Okay.
yeah.
Here, we'll do like a little, well, at least I will, for about the next 30 seconds. I'm gonna do a little like ASMR thing just for you little
ASMR
ASMRs.
by Aaron.
Yeah, by Aaron. So go ahead and start this now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh my God, that's not even picking up very much at all. You're gonna have to do a lot of editing. So, yeah, just go ahead and sit back and relax and maybe even pull up a beer and, you know. Thanks for watching, guys.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, because I turned the mic up.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Like you was literally
is
doing
great.
ASMR.
I literally cannot fucking wait to see that and fucking post edit with you. Like when I'm editing, I'm gonna try my best to like look for it before we do the editing thing. Like, okay, so right around like 32 minutes or so. Um,
It's crazy because a lot of people think you need like a special mic
mhm.
for doing ASMR, like a special ASMR mic, but there is no such thing. They take a studio condenser microphone like these,
Right.
and they just turn that all the way up. That's why they whisper.
Yeah, actually.
And then they just do whatever the weird stuff is they do. I don't understand it. Like my wife likes watching that stuff.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
And she likes watching mukbangs and ASMR. I cannot stand the sound. Like, is
like
there
a
like
mukbang or just the ASMR?
that shit is annoying, bro.
So, like, which one would you say that you dislike
And then
more? Would you say mukbangs or just the straight ASMR where they're doing like pens on the microphone or something like that?
No, I mean, there's people that enjoy that. I don't understand it. It's really nothing for me. But now, like the mukbang stuff, because the people smack purposely.
Yeah, like that's like
I don't
the
like
part of
that.
like the ASMR where they're like, you know.
I was raised, you chew with your mouth closed.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Or you'd get slapped in the mouth.
I mean, yeah. You get slapped in the mouth, your food goes out, and now you wasted food.
Yeah,
now
but
it's definitely your fault.
It's like, I guess it's one of my pet peeves.
Maybe.
I just can't deal with it. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely understand that.
And then I actually have a small pet peeve that I've been noticing lately being around you. Like, if you're talking too much and you're smoking a black, you'll hit the black, then, like, inhale it like you're using an inhaler. You'd be like, and then go to talking. I'm like, dude, relax.
Yeah, I mean, because like you have to like, and then breathe in like a little bit of oxygen, because if you breathe in just straight smoke, like that's why like your vape has that fucking vent, because if you inhale just straight smoke, I'll die.
That's more the ganja way of smoking.
I mean,
not the tobacco way. When you hit it, you slowly pull it in, and then you let it out.
Yeah, I always thought that it was like the other way around, because like with I guess we'll say ganja. With the ganja, you hit it and then you're like, because it's like that like thick cloud of smoke, and like that's the stuff
that's
that like
a lot
cool.
of THC you're wasting too.
Yeah, but I mean, like you're like, and then you like pause, but like you suck everything in. Come on, man.
Whoa.
Like I used to do that like with my vape. Like it's called swallowing the ghost. It's called swallowing the ghost, and it's when you like hit it.
Is that when you yawn? When they say like when you yawn, you sucked a ghost dick?
No, if you shut up, you'll.
I'm sorry.
You'll hear me.
I thought it was just a
it.
ghost dick trapped in a fucking vape or something.
If you shut up.
Okay, you got it.
If you shut up, then you'll hear me explain it, and you won't have any more questions. So it's when you like hit your vape, and then you like open your mouth a bit, and, like a little bit of smoke comes out, and then when you pull it in, that's a better word. When you pull it in, it looks like a little ghost, like diving in, because it's like, it's like a big cloud, and it's almost like a reverse mushroom cloud. So I guess if you want to call it a mushroom cloud, you can.
So it's nuclear?
I guess. Yeah, we should definitely like schedule like an ASMR specific video where we go in and we're like,
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Let us know, and you guys in the stream watching it, post stream watching a VOD, yeah, definitely let us know if you guys would like to see something like an ASMR specific. Hopefully, somebody like Skitty Cat. I kind of like her. She's pretty cool.
Is she the girl that like puts her nails on it and?
No, she doesn't do any like video. I don't know, but like she doesn't do any like videos, but she does those video. I'll tell you later.
Oh,
she does. Yeah, she does those.
Editor, we need a light bulb up here.
Yeah. Please stop making my job harder. I'll do my best. What if I just put like a very? That'd be super funny. Because what if I just took like a very easily shitty like picture of like a fucking white background with just a fucking like cartoon light bulb and just make it look like shit.
And don't forget the ding.
Yeah, just be like voice record like ding. Oh, that'd be fucking perfect. Oh, that'll be awesome. Yo, buddy, can you stop? Oh, I fucking hate that was off camera.
That was so
fucking
weird.
funny.
Like all I hear is licking over here. I'm like,
because like my dog was like licking himself, so I was like, buddy, can you stop? And he just like slowly picked up his head and looked at me like, oh, I'm sorry, am I bothering you guys? Like, yes, can you stop? Buddy, stop licking yourself.
bro.
Stop it. You know, like, smack, don't smack him, but like tap him.
Hey,
Yo, would you stop it?
chill out.
Stop, yeah, chill out.
You're
man.
making me
Jesus.
uncomfortable. You're right here in my ear.
Yeah, could you stop, please? Jesus. You know, nowadays crackheads aren't like, you know, super smart, but like
Hey,
I'm not.
You'd be surprised.
I know, like that's what I'm saying. Like when I was younger, like Florida crackheads were like smarter than scientists. They'd be like, "Yo, give me a pile of bricks, a couple of axles, a battery, and an engine, and I'll get you a car in 30 minutes. Just give me just a little bit, you know." Like I remember I saw one. This dude was in a fucking shopping cart, and he had a fucking steering wheel, and the engine was like below like the cart part. And this man was literally driving. I think it was like a little like 50cc motor or whatever.
Mhm.
This man was in a shopping cart, and like he pulled up and he was like, "You got some crack?" And they were like, "No." He was like, "Damn," and peeled off. And I'm like, "God damn, okay." Like at least back then, maybe not so much nowadays, but definitely back then, like it paid to be a crackhead. I hate to say it. Like I don't condone any kind of drugs at all whatsoever, except maybe weed. But like it kind of paid to be a crackhead back then because I mean, like you do anything for a fix kind of thing. So it's like, I mean, shit, if it gets me to A to B kind of thing, like fuck it, give me a shopping cart.
Well, I saw this crazy build one time. Pretty sure the guy wasn't,
Yeah.
but he had a lazy boy recliner.
Are you? Oh, and that like
And
drove around.
It had a motor.
That actually reminds me because I actually saw something that was very similar to that. It was a couch, and it was two friends, and I guess they were like really good at driving together. Because one dude controlled the steering and shit. I think it was like three dudes or something like that. Like one dude controlled the steering, and then the other dude controlled like the shifting and shit like that. So like they were just driving a couch. Like I think it was going down the highway. Like
A fucking couch.
it's crazy because like you got to imagine because like in the video I think it was something like a Sinatra drove past, and like you got to imagine what's going through that person's head. Like they just drive past a fucking couch going down the highway at like fucking 50 miles an hour. It's like what the fuck is that? It's crazy because like you can tell that story, but nobody would fucking believe it.
Hell yeah.
It's like if somebody like being the president would be amazing because I would just go to random people's houses and just like shit on the floor and be like, yeah, tell your friends who's gonna fucking believe you. Yeah, President Aaron Webb fucking shit on my fucking floor this at like 4 in the morning.
I'm sure you did.
Like, oh yeah, really great. Come on, man. Especially like somebody like a kid's room. Like go to like a maybe don't do that at like 4 in the morning.
Uh-oh.
maybe don't do that at like 4 in the morning. Yeah, man. Okay, let me finish this thought and then we can get into that fucking ocean of EDP. Good lord, because you don't know much about him, but I do. I know a lot about this dude because it's like an anime arc.
Because you're weird.
Yeah, and it's like the weird rabbit hole.
An anime arc. That had to sink in
like
for
an
a second.
anime arc. It's crazy. Hold on, let me finish this real quick. But it's like I would love to be like the president or somebody like that, or like a world leader, because you could literally do pretty much anything, and like as long as you're not caught on video, like who the fuck's gonna believe that? Like, oh yeah, totally, Barack Obama fucking shit on your floor this morning. That's great. Like, what do you like? Yeah, go ahead, go tell somebody. You know. Anyway, you can go.
What do you mean I can do? You said you was gonna. Oh, you.
Yeah,
finished.
I was gonna finish and then
get into your homeboy.
Oh, for one,
Mr. Shitpicks.
I wouldn't exactly call him a homeboy. Yeah. For those of you at home who don't know, EDP 445 stands for Eat That Pussy. I'm sorry, Eat Dat Pussy 445. He was an internet content creator between X year and X year. And
I know exactly when that is.
And I think about a year ago, or like a year or two ago, he was exposed for speaking in proper terms, he was exposed for sending unsolicited explicit content to someone that he believed was an underage female, who I believe the age was 13. And I gotta say my favorite part of this anime arc was when he sent shit pics. And obviously we can't like put that up on the screen, but it's really easy. All you have to do is just Google EDP 445 shit pics. And I did, because I didn't actually get to like see the picture through the video that I was watching. And yeah, he sent a picture of his shit to the person that he believed was 13 years old. And it was crazy because the girl was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "I just ate a greasy ass pizza, about to take a shit." And then like 20 to 30 minutes later, he was like, "I just took a fat shit," and then snapped a pic of it in the toilet bowl and sent that picture to somebody that he believed was a 13-year-old girl.
Was there any reason why?
Why?
And also, why do you keep saying that he believed was a 13-year-old girl? Like, was it not a 13-year-old girl?
No, it wasn't. It was actually somebody named Chet Goldstein. I don't think that he's actually on YouTube anymore because he's racist. Like
Well,
yeah, like
fuck you, man.
Yeah, he used to, like, his idea of like a joke was to call the BLM hotline and just scream N-word hard R, and it's like, cool prank, bro. And he was like super racist and sexist, and like there was like a live stream that he did where he was saying the N-word hard R like a lot, and the people on there was like, "Damn, he's hella racist for sure," and he was like, "Yeah, look at these, like F words and stuff like that."
Why did you say F words?
I don't know, faggots, whatever.
I thought you meant fuck.
Yeah, fuck, no. Excuse my language, but yeah, he was saying like N-word hard R and all kinds of stuff like that. So he's not a good person, but he's a bad person that did a good thing because he did expose EDP 445. But yeah, Chet Goldstein, I think his name was like Alex. His like real name was Alex or some shit like that. But he's not very good. But yeah, there was like a whole arc, and like he got caught and everything, and it's like it was really poorly conducted. It was kind of like a Chris Hansen style. Eyes, dude, Jesus, I need to know that you're listening to
I
me.
was looking at the audio.
No, you were staring, and then you were like,
I zoned off. I feel like a moth. I kind of zoned off into the light.
in the light, you're just like.
And then you hit me. I was like, "Did something happen?"
Yeah, did something happen? And like the video was like really shitty. It was like padded for time and all kinds of shit like that. And he was like, "So do you? Okay, do you?" Jesus, I just realized I did that.
Yeah, what
like,
the fuck? That's staying.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope it picked it up.
Yeah, it probably did. So did you? Okay, so you told us that you fantasize about 13-year-old girls. Yes or no? And he was like, yes. It's like, okay, well, you were being submissive and blah 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 blah. And it's like it was just so poorly, like. Are you good?
I feel like there's something in my eye.
It's probably fucking sleep. Jesus Christ. It's probably your body being like, yo, close them.
No, the Sandman's pulling up on me. Now my eyes are itching.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. And I want to keep them covered because you said I look like Sid.
Oh my god, that's so fucking perfect. It's like, I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, I kept covering them.
I want to keep it close because you said I look like Sid. Oh man, I really wish I took a picture or some shit like that so I could drag it over. Be like, by the way, this is it. Oh my god. Okay.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I'm good now.
Cause I was wondering why you were like trying to put your glasses back like that. Oh, oh, good lord. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so fucking perfect. I was still gonna put up a picture of fucking Sid and be like, just so you know, without his glasses, it's just they do this every year. Oh
You know,
god.
you know what you look like?
What?
The dodo birds.
You know what's
The
crazy?
last melon.
You know what's crazy? You can say that, but you actually look like Sid without your glasses on. Like, go ahead, take them off. Yeah, go ahead. Come on, man. Laugh at yourself.
I'm good, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Hey.
You sure?
Hey.
You sure you don't
Hey.
want to? You will in the audio though. You're like, oh. You're like, your dad's gonna call me later and be like, hey, I heard it. Whack. Oh my god, I'm crying.
Do you know how
Kept
hard it
fucking
is to pro equalize your voice?
Do you know how hard it is to make you look good?
Do you know how hard it is to look at you?
Do you know how hard it is to even know you?
No?
So yeah, how have you been? I know that you're tired. Keep
I'm
doing this,
golden.
and that's gonna fuck up the audio a lot.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Yeah, you see
It looks
the
like
big
you're
spikes?
fapping, bro. Oh my god.
So, yeah, but you're running off of like 1 hour of sleep. I'm running off of like 2% cooling temperature. Because I am very, very over, and I don't know where the fuck my rag went. Pause. That sounds
What?
that sounds really bad, but I mean like the wet rag that I have that I can like.
Bro, I'm
pat my
pretty
face
sure
with
the
so I can cool
convenience
off.
store will have like a cheap pack of tampons for you to use. Cause like that's wild.
What does a rag have anything to do with tampons?
You never heard a girl say she's on the rag?
No, I don't.
Meaning she's on her period?
I mean, like, I haven't heard that saying, but like now that you're saying it, I'm like, okay, that can like make sense.
Unalive yourself
I
now.
I promise I'm not. I'm just trying to pop my neck because like when I turned over, I heard my cartilage go like, and I was like, oh, oh.
That's not normal.
Yeah, and I had to fucking fix that like real quick.
Oh, I was mad. You remember the last time we was recording? I cracked my neck and you were like, "Oh my god, I hope you picked that up on the audio."
It didn't. Damn, that sucks.
Because I was gonna enhance that shit.
Oh, yeah. It's like enhance. You'd be like, yeah, yeah. You know, if you want to, I can probably find some place where I can download like an audio file, of like bones cracking. It sounds so like aggressive, bones cracking. Um, and I can put that in like if you want to do something like I can go ahead and put that in if you want to do something like that.
No, because my bones make those noise naturally.
Yeah, but like the mic doesn't pick it up unless you want to put that.
It didn't
bitch
pick
right
it up
there.
that time because I had my mic turned down.
Oh, that's right. Well, you
Now
wanna
it's
go ahead
turned up because I'm
wanna go
talking
and-
softer.
You want to go and pop your neck then?
I've been trying it.
Oh, there we go.
Damn.
Dude,
Am I getting this?
if that did pick it up,
Flawless
oh,
victory.
it just barely picked it up.
That was great.
You know, if I really want to, when you go to do that, I can put like a Mortal Kombat fucking like neck X-ray. Back to you doing that. Oh, that would be amazing. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be so fucking great. You know, I do want to say one thing. One of the first times that we were hanging outside out of work, because like we met at Amazon. Unfortunately, I wish we would have met at like a better setting. But one of the what?
What the fuck is a better setting?
I don't know. Literally any other workplace besides Amazon. We could have fucking met at McDonald's, and I would have been fucking cool with that. But get the fuck out of here. But oh my god. I know what you're thinking of, dude. It's making you laugh. Is that dude with the fucking do-rag on? It's like,
but what the fuck is that? Yeah, douchebag.
hey, fuck you. I'm the editor.
I'm an editor too.
I don't give a fuck. I can make you look like shit.
I can make you sound like shit.
I already sound like shit. What are you talking about? You do that to make me sound good. Fuck.
Has it been working?
Yeah.
Good.
Get the fuck out of here. It gave me a Mick no chicken. I fucking love that shit, bro. Because, like, when he said that, I thought he was going to say, like, you know, I'm not loving it, right? Or some shit like that. But he was like, what the fuck is this?
We got like 5 minutes of straight laughter going on here.
That's going to be fucking awesome. I'm going to edit in, like SpongeBob and Patrick laughing at dumb shit and shit like that.
Leedle, 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 lee.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Just, you know.
I'd love to, but you need a video editor.
Oh my god.
I love how, like, I caught you, like, way off guard with that. Because you're like, you could just, like, and I'm like, yeah, but, you know, you need a video editor.
Oh,
yeah.
By the way, that reminds me, like, you know, cracking necks and shit.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
You need to start watching that show.
Space Force?
No, Banshee.
Banshee? See, I'd love to, but I'm not getting Apple TV. I'm not paying for that.
It's not on Apple. It's Cinemax, but you can get it on Soap Today.
Okay.
And Soap Today is safe. I use it on my PC all the time. Jesus. Just say, like...
I think you said, like, I use it on my PC. Jesus.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there, but, like, it's so interesting, bro, and it gets so good. And, you know, it was weird? They kind of foreshadowed some shit earlier on in it. And I was like, there's no way they're taking it that way.
Right.
And they dead ass took it that way. Like, so, spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Like, wah.
Kai Proctor, he's like the big bad guy in town. He owns so much shit. He damn near owns the whole town. But he's also the head of all the illegal shit that's going on, but nobody can prove it because he owns a meat factory and that's what all his money comes from. So, he's Amish, and because he chose to not do the Amish way, you know, they shunned him and turned away from him and everything. And eventually the same thing happens to his niece. And she comes to live with him because he's the only family she's got. And this last episode I was watching, like, she walked into his room and he was like, well, she waited in his room and he came in out the shower ass naked and she was just standing there and he was standing there. And then she hugged him. And I was like, you know, it's weird, but maybe it's not going to go the way that I think it's going to go.
Right, which I'm pretty sure everybody at home knows.
And then, like, it just went back to, you know, everybody else, what's going on with everybody else and shit. And then it comes back to, so Kai Proctor, he's got this dude that he sends out, you know, take care of shit that needs to be dealt with. Business. Clean up this body, you know, kill this guy and clean up type shit. And it shows him, like, he knocks on the door and then he walks in and then Proctor's sitting on the edges of his bed with, like, his sheets on him. And, like, he was telling him, like, because he had somebody down in the basement. He's like, yeah, I need you to come down, like, right now. He was like, oh, okay. And then she sat up out of the bed naked. And, like, he looked at her and then, like, he just didn't say nothing. He just turned around and walked off.
So he deadass was just like...
He deadass slept with his niece.
That's crazy.
And I was like, because...
But, like, what if that's just, like, a normal thing for the Amish? We don't...
No, that's
not... Well, I'm ignorant, so...
Yeah, like, it was crazy because, you know, I saw it earlier on, and I was like, nah, I don't think they're going to do that. And then they did that. I was like, holy fucking shit. That is crazy.
Actually kind of reminds me, I don't watch The Boys. I would like to, because, like, Homelander really seems like a fucking dope-ass villain. Like, he's just that, like, he's, like, the Superman of villains. Like, he's just, like, you know, like, he'll, like, laugh, and, like, he's, like, a mix between, like, Superman and Joker, from, like, what I've seen. Like, he'll, like, laugh and joke along with you, and then snap your neck real quick, and then keep laughing and shit like that. And there was this one scene. It was one of the only scenes that I've genuinely like watched all the way through from the show. And it had Homelander, and it was this girl. I guess trigger warning. Trigger warning. Um, and there was this girl on the top of a roof, and she was like an emo girl or whatever. I think it's been a while since I've seen it. And she was about to jump off, and then Homelander came down, and he was like, "Hey, come on, you don't need to do that, all that good shit." Like he was literally saying like all that good shit. Like, come on, man, I really don't have time today. It was kind of like he wanted to save her, but he was also like, yeah, fuck it. And some shit like popped up on this like big screen, and it's like you can see like the emotion in his face of like smiling and going like, all right, like fuck it then. And he was like, you know what? Go ahead, jump. And she was like, I don't really think I want to anymore. He's like, no, 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 no. You only wanted me to come up here to save you. Show some initiative. Jump. And she was like, no, I really don't want to. And he was like, Ashley, I think her name was like Ashley. He was like, Ashley, I'm not asking anymore. Jump. And she got this like really like my favorite way of describing different levels of fear is I think by who wrote the book It? Stephen King, right? Yeah, Jesus, please. And he said that like um I think it was like fear is knowing that somebody's there and then feeling a hand on your shoulder, but terror is thinking that you're alone in a dark room and then you feel a hand on your shoulder. Like that's terror, right? And she had this face of like it like sunk in real quick that like she was about to die because either she was gonna jump or Homelander was gonna kill her. Like she was gonna die no matter what. And she had this like real big like look of terror. And then it cuts down to these people on like the news or some shit like that. And you see her body just come down and this like blood splatter come up. And I was like I'm not usually bothered by that kind of shit, but that shit like shocked me. Like I had to pause. Like I was in shock for a minute. I was like, because like I've never seen that kind of thing happen. Because it's always like somebody like wants to kill themselves. Like you never like really see it happen because she was scared. Like she genuinely had like a change of heart, or she just didn't want to do it. She just wanted Homelander to save her. And like low key, this might make me kind of sound like a psychopath, but I always kind of wish that like Superman would do something like that. Like Superman would have a bad day or some shit like that, and he'd be like, you know what, man, jump, do it. I'm tired of this shit. Y'all just want to meet me, you know. And Homelander, and like when he did it, it like immediately clicked to me. I was like, I'm really happy Superman is like a real, rootin' tootin' American, like he is a, he's an American soldier boy or whatever the fuck they call him. And yeah, like my nose is running and shit. Like I don't get it. Like my nose, like I'm literally dying because it's so fucking hot in here.
You got no. You got the heebie-jeebies.
I don't think I got that. Why would I have the heebie-jeebies? Probably because I'm around yo fucking cockroach looking ass.
Oh. Cockroach. At least I don't look like a fucking poodle.
Damn, I'd rather look like a poodle than a cockroach. At least people. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I was gonna be like, maybe at least people want to pet me, but I mean, damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that feels a bit weird.
The subliminal messages.
Hey, no, nothing here is subliminal. I say what the fuck I mean.
Racist.
What do you mean? I say what I. How is that racist?
Yeah, you said it because you meant it.
Yeah, I said it because I'm. How the fuck is that racist? How is that racist? How is it racist?
Is it
me?
because poodles are white?
Poodles can be black.
Have you ever seen a black poodle?
Yeah, there's literally one in the neighborhood right now.
Google that shit.
Where's my phone?
Show me a poodle that's black that wasn't dyed black.
That wasn't dyed black. I don't know where my phone is. I think my phone's up over there.
Oh, okay. We'll do that later then.
Yeah, I'll do that later because I promise you, there is a poodle right now in this neighborhood that is black.
They probably just use it to clean their chimneys.
I highly say that's racist.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is because you're assuming. Actually, that's speciesist because you're assuming that just because it's a poodle,
Fuck
it can't
that
be
species.
black.
I don't care.
Yo, you got that species technically right behind you. You don't say fuck him.
He ain't no poodle.
No, he's not a poodle, but he's a dog.
Okay, I got 2 dogs. That'll turn your dog into puppy chow.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's crazy? We were talking earlier about putting that in the podcast, and I can't even remember what the fuck happened. I think like I like agreed. I was like, yeah, and I was like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, because we was talking about
like things to talk about like on the podcast.
You were like, oh, we got to take him back to the house first before we go to your house. And then
And you
I
were
was like,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
because
because
if you
my
take him in
dog,
the
yeah,
house, both of my dogs are gonna turn him into
puppy chow or something like
I
that.
didn't say puppy chow,
Kibbles.
kibbles and
Yeah,
bits.
kibbles and bits, and I was like, yeah, and then, like it took me a minute. It was like a good like 10 seconds, and I was like, hey, fuck you. Don't make me think like that. I love my dog. So
Shit, my dogs will love him too.
hey,
See,
you want to stop?
I'm not worried about Shadow
Hmm.
because she's older. She seems like she's relaxed and more
Yeah, she'll
chill.
probably like sniff for a bit and be like, oh, he's scared
Yeah,
me.
and he's older too, and he doesn't want no smoke.
Yeah, he really doesn't want no smoke.
So I don't think there'd be too much of issue between them. But Champ, on the other hand, that motherfucker, bro. As soon as your dog makes a squeak noise, he's on him.
Yeah, like
He's
that's
gonna be like, ooh, squeaky toy.
hmm That's crazy
It's
because
dangerous.
you probably already knew this, but for those of you who don't know, the reason why dogs love squeaky toys so much is it because it reminds them of an animal dying. Like that's like the noise that like a squirrel or something like that would make when it dies, like you know, like that's why dogs love squeaky toys so much. That's why we always get my dog a squeaky toy for like his birthday or
So
Christmas
all
or something like
dogs are
that.
killers.
I mean, yeah, they're
Yeah,
they're canines.
I know. My pit bull Champ is.
Champion for those
Yeah,
of you
he done.
for the layman.
From what I've heard, my roommate had walked him, and he ended up killing a cat.
Damn,
And
has
no, it was Dale.
Dale. Oh damn. So
So
so Dale's soft ass had to come back and be like, bro, I don't know how to tell you this.
and then one time in my apartment, we had an issue. The apartment above mine, there wasn't anybody living there for a long time, and it was just a trashed place. There was rats up there that was like the size of cats.
Oh yeah, like a New York City rat.
Yeah, man. And like they started coming downstairs through the walls, and they waited until the winter time when I started using my heat because I kept the AC on full blast all summer. I stayed at like 45 degrees in my apartment.
Oh hell yeah, that shit was cold, cold. Which I'm
Yeah.
surprised because you're like super skinny and like anemic. Like you could barely handle the fucking wind chill from the ride here.
Well, all I had to do was go stand on the porch for like 10 minutes, and I'd go back in the house, and I'd love it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
But then,
Yeah, yeah, that's maybe like oh my god.
yeah. So I mean, the rats started migrating down there because I had heat, and I was like, no, this isn't gonna happen. And that was the only time I condoned my dog killing any other animal was tearing them rats a new ass. Like
Hell yeah, he'd be like
the rat, it got inside of our stove. So we pulled the stove back from the wall and cranked it up to like five, what's it maxed out at? 600 degrees?
probably like 500.
We maxed it out and we
Yeah.
sat there and waited. And Champ knew it was in there. He was just he was just circling it waiting. And then when it finally hopped out, he was on that motherfucker like stink on shit.
Hell yeah.
He tore it to pieces. He grabbed it and then shook it and then threw it across the kitchen. It smacked the fucking fridge, hit the floor, and then he was on it again.
Jeez, I just bumped the mic. That's gonna sound like shit.
I was actually proud of him for taking care of those rats. Haven't had a rat problem since.
Of course.
Yeah, he finished them off real quick. I was scared though, because I really thought like he was gonna start tearing them to pieces in the kitchen, like literally blood everywhere. But he didn't. He just bit the hell out of them. They died, and I just threw them in the trash.
Please don't throw me in
And
the
then
trash.
you won't believe this. I had to take pictures of all these rats, how big they were and shit, and show them to the people in the front office of my apartment buildings because they swore we didn't have rats.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me I don't have rats? I'm living with these motherfuckers. You making me pay $8.90 a month in rent for a 2-bedroom piece of shit apartment that you barely want to fix shit on, and you're gonna tell me that I don't have rats when I see rat shit in my closets, and you can hear them in the walls going crazy.
Yeah, like I remember oh, a funny story. We were upstairs in the apartment building. Like there's 4 apartments in this little like apartment part of the building, right? And some of our friends were living in the upstairs, the one that was across the way, right? And or across
The hallway.
yeah, the hallway, the stairs, right? And we were chilling up there. I think we were playing something like Mortal Kombat. It was me,
Probably.
Kenny, and Daquan. I think maybe Dale. And we were chilling in there, and it was hot as a bitch. And then we heard something like scurry in the vent, and like especially Daquan, he darted. He was like, "What was that?" So I was like, "Damn, I don't know." And like because I'm white and I'm not scary, so I was like, "Fuck it." So I walked up in there, like in obviously, but because I'm fat, I can't fit in that bitch. So like I walked up and I tapped a bit. I was like, "Hello," and then like I walked back and sat back down. And then we heard like a little, and I was like, "There's something in there." And then we moved in, or I guess he moved in, um, and then I guess they started having rat problems. And then maybe I mean I guess you don't have any more rats now because
Nope.
that man champion is just
The reigning champ. Like,
I mean yeah we don't call him champion for nothing So yeah that's pretty cool. I have a lot of really good memories in that apartment upstairs too. Like I remember the first time that I ever went in there. There was nothing in that bitch. It was a floor with a half inflated blow
they
up
had
mattress.
a little raggedy ass TV about the size of that monitor that was playing Mortal Kombat on and shit.
Hell yeah, we were.
I was sitting on like $7,000 I got back on taxes, and I was like saving it. I wanted to get a house, didn't really work out, so I got an apartment, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go grab a fucking TV, a real TV, and I paid like $500 for that TV that's in my room.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because because you guys had switched to that from that like little ass monitor that they had, and you guys were playing on like what is that like a because it is a smart TV, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a 4K smart TV. Yeah. So you guys were playing more.
And it has ultra high definition.
Oh hell yeah!
Like it has a separate setting for HDR.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, like when you guys switched over to that, I walked in, I was like, damn! Oh my god! Like I can see the fucking pimples on this dude.
Yeah.
Like,
look, when I bought it, because Quan, that was when me and Quan was first getting to know each other before we found out we was cousins. So like we was up there chilling and shit, and he was like, "Man, I can't believe you did that." He's like, "You're welcome here whenever you want, man." Like, cause I got mad when I go use the bathroom. There's no toilet paper in there, and nobody says anything. Like, say something. I don't mind helping out. I will go get some fucking toilet paper.
Yeah.
Like now I'm stuck on the toilet. I can't wipe my ass. Somebody please go to the store for me and take my card and get me some toilet paper.
Yeah, like we'll go to the woods, grab some fucking leaves if we need to. Anything to fucking wipe.
Yeah, I think he thought that I just bought that TV for everybody upstairs, and I was like, look, just wanted to be known right now. I bought that so we could play on something better, but I am getting that apartment downstairs, and I'm gonna be taking my TV with me because I'm not gonna buy no $500 TV, especially as broke as I am, and just give it to somebody right now.
Yeah, fuck no.
Not until I get on like Mr. B status.
Yeah, like that shouldn't be frowned upon though, because I mean, it's like that's what always bothered me. Like when we bought the camera stand, like I always Jesus, like we just got it. I did feel a bit weird telling you like that staying here with me. Like I wanted to make it sound like something like funny to say, because like even though I bought it, like I don't know why I feel weird about saying like by the way that one's mine, because it just kind of makes me feel like I'm being like an asshole. But it's not. It's just me being assertive. But I had obviously I had a pretty rough childhood. So it's
I don't know what the hell went through your mind to make you think I would want to keep it. I mean,
yeah,
this is the only place we do video at.
I mean, yeah, but it's like I had a pretty like rough childhood, so being assertive at all, especially with my dad, was totally out of the picture. Like we would have an argument, and then he would get loud, and then I would learn to just shut the fuck up, because there's no point to be assertive, because obviously I'm like 13 years old. He's the head of the household, so I would just shut the fuck up and just let his ass go, and then he would immediately. Sometimes, like within like 10 minutes or whatever, he would stop, and I'd be like, "Are we good?" He'd be like, "Yeah, just go to your room," and I'm like, "All right," and I go in my room and I sit down and I'm like. Wait an hour and then come out and be like, "What are you doing?" He'd be like, "Nothing much, just chilling on E-Bombs World." And I'm like, "All right, bet." And I sat down and we started laughing at shit together. Like it was definitely not the best childhood, but I mean, like my dad and I are fucking best friends now. Like I love him to fucking death. Like I miss him sometimes because he's a truck driver, so he'll be gone for like 4 or 5 days, and I'm like, "Bro, I miss you. What are you doing?" He's like, "Not much, bro. Just driving." And I'll sit there and talk to him for like 2-3 hours, and we'll just talk about shit. We'll talk about the podcast or something like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. My connection that I had with my dad was a lot stronger when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Because like as a kid, there's a lot of shit that you don't know, and then the longer you're around that person, the more you start to understand as you get older. And I realize that my dad is just a pain in the fucking ass. Like
right.
I get mad when people call me, and not like just any people. I'm talking about like family members.
Even, yeah.
I get fucking annoyed. I'm like,
Well, I only call
What?
you because you never look at your text enough, so I have to call you.
Well,
To like,
yeah,
yo, I'm
but
coming to pick you up.
like my family members, when they call me,
Hmm.
I know somebody wants something.
Oh, right.
They
So
want
it's
me to
mainly
fix somebody's car.
just
They
people that want things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like my mom, she never calls me unless she wants something.
Inca never texts me or calls me unless she wants something. Yeah.
My dad,
Or
he
your sister, I
like
guess.
he calls me when he needs help around the house,
Hmm.
and that's pretty much it. Or when he needs his car worked on. He doesn't call me to say, "Are you doing okay?"
Hmm.
He's never once done that.
Hmm.
He hasn't like checked up on me or nothing. And like I just get irritated with people. I'm like, "What the fuck do you want?"
Hmm.
And it makes me start to understand my uncle Jay a lot more because he cut everybody off. Like he just stopped dealing with everybody. And I'm starting like every day I'm starting to understand that, but then that would tear me like it would kind of tear me apart because he stopped talking to my grandma and that was his mom, and she always said that when he was ready to talk to her it was going to be too late. She died.
Right. I mean, like that would definitely suck. Like that's what my dad was talking about when I ghosted my grandpappy. When I
Yeah, I can't believe that man walked to my apartment looking for you, bro.
yeah.
I was like,
I mean,
Jesus, and my
it's like
truck was broke down. I felt bad because he had to walk back.
yeah, but it's like that's the thing is that like I didn't even feel bad because it's like I know that like it's family and whatever, and like even sometimes my dad's like, well, like they are family, and it's like, did you forget all the shit I had to go through? And like it wasn't like an abusive thing or anything. It was just constantly needing something and never giving anything back.
Yeah,
And I was talking to him and I was like, you don't owe me anything. Like you don't owe me anything any more than like my landlord does. And like and it,
I think you meant that backwards.
yeah, I was telling him that like I don't owe you any more than I owe my landlord kind of thing. And like all kinds of stuff like that. Like they would steal things from like the little change jar that I had, which is not fine, but back then to me I was like,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's like
I'm gonna
it's
move out
change. You
anyway.
could have just asked.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I have no problem with giving you change because I usually take it to like a coin star at like Food Lion or whatever, but I have ADHD and I very, 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 very frequently forget shit like that. So like even this little thing behind me that you might be able to see, like not you guys but him, like uh I don't go to places because I never have change because I'm always using my card, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, let me use cash so I can be like, damn, I'm broke, and then look and I'll be like, oh my god, I have change, and then I never do that because I'm never that broke because I never like really do much.
Hmm.
um it was just kind of sucky because it's like I like living with them because it, it felt nice. Like it was kind of like Davey Reedon. He was at a talk and he was talking about how um he was talking about why the reason that you do things is more important than the thing that you're doing. And he was talking about like how he started making games, like he made the Stanley Parable. He started talking about how like he did it because he wanted to be validated, and validation is is not like uh it's not like a little quick thing and then it's gone. It's like a drug. It keeps coming back every day and it's stronger every single time you get it. And he was talking about like like imagine like you're at a party, you're kind of tired and stuff like that and you don't really want to talk, but it's just one person who wants to talk to you, and you're like, yeah, sure. And then imagine that there's 200 people that want to have that exact same talk with you, and you're still tired, you're still like hungover, and you just want to go home, and you're like, yeah, you could leave the party, but why? This was what you wanted your entire life, was to be at this party, right? So like, why go home? And that's how I felt when I was living with my grandparents, was because when I was a kid, I cried because I couldn't live with my grandparents because I loved them so much and I barely got to see them, and I just wanted to fucking live. I wanted to constantly see my grandparents, and I felt pretty happy when I finally moved in with them. But then after a month, if even that, I was like, I need to get the fuck up out of here because it was so clear that like they wanted me because I was gonna give them money, and they didn't really do much for me. They would like buy me some things every once in a while, but it was always like, I'll pay you back, and then I was like, okay. And then they were like, well, we can't pay you back, but we can we can buy you a Monster. And I was like, yeah, you can buy me a $2 Monster when I gave you $50 for cigarettes. Which I don't mind lending people money for cigarettes or even giving them some of mine or whatever. But it was a thing of like, I give you guys $200 every other week and you guys can't manage it enough to keep your fucking addiction steady. And I have to give you more fucking money. Like, are you serious? Like, no, I'm not. I can't do this shit no more. And then that's when I moved back in here because my dad was like, well, I mean, like you're gonna study for your CDL and stuff like that, so you might as well live with me because you don't have a job anymore. So you might as well, live here so at least it can be cheap, and then I can give you money that you don't have to give to them, kind of thing. So I was like, all right, bet. So I moved back in here, and then all this history. I got my PC and stuff like that after a really good couple of months, and we're doing the podcast, and now we're here.
Yeah. Started from the bottom and we still here.
Yeah, started from the bottom and we're very much still here. But hopefully that'll change sometime soon, maybe. But
Yeah, probably not.
Know. Yeah, probably not, but who knows?
I wish I had the money to make really good content, like, just giving a homeless person 10 G's.
Right, something like that. But it's always something that I believe, like, obviously you can't have, like, totally shit quality content, but I've definitely always kind of believed that, like, as long as your content is good to, like, some people, then it's good. Because it's like when my dad was telling me about, like, when I was really young, when I was, like, 13 or, like, 12, trying to make a YouTube channel, trying to make it, like, good. He was like, you just have to find your niche, and maybe playing video games just isn't your niche. Like, that's what I wanted to do on YouTube, but it was more of just, I just wanted to have a YouTube channel because I liked the community aspect, and I liked meeting people and meeting YouTubers and going to cons and just being, because like, I'm an extrovert. I love being around people. That's just me. Like, I feel energized almost. Um, and I just wanted a community around me, around us, I guess. And like, I really wanted that. My dad was like, well, you should really just try to find your niche. And I guess maybe YouTube is my niche and not exactly gaming or, stuff like that or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's my story time.
Yeah, some people it takes like almost to the end of their life before they really find out what it is that they are supposed to do.
Yeah, like
And it's sad.
yeah, I think it was Colonel Sanders, wasn't he like 57 before he discovered the recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken?
I don't know, but that
Or
recipe
67.
fucking sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he was like super old, and then he made that money, and I think like the next like 20 or 30 years after that, he was fucking rolling in it. Like he was literally like taking baths in money. Like that man was chilling. That man was like blowing his nose in $100 bill and like
Have a toilet bowl made out of solid gold.
hell yeah. Which I feel like would definitely not be that great because gold is a pretty soft metal. So if you just sit on it, it just starts to sag, especially with my big fat ass. It would just start sagging, and I'd be like, damn, this was a waste of money. I guess maybe you don't actually use the solid gold toilet.
Like,
You
oh,
just
time
have
to
it
order a
there.
new one.
Yeah, you just like have it there to just look at.
Have a shiny toilet bowl.
Hell yeah.
Polished.
Diamond. But but I mean shit, I mean I like hanging out with you. It's why we started the podcast, was because people liked us and we like each other, obviously.
Whoa. Pause.
Like as friends, come on. As friends.
I don't know, because sometimes you be acting like you got a little sugar in your tank.
Well, maybe I do.
What?
What? I like how
I'm gonna hear this later.
I like how you looked and you were like, he said something. What? What'd you say? I also love like watching the audio, like when we laugh, it's like ha 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 ha. It's fucking awesome looking. But yeah, do you have anything else to add for the people at home or anything like that?
I hope everybody enjoys, what they're experiencing. Trying to be as funny as possible, but sometimes I forget and
'Cause
we
he's tired.
get carried away in conversation. I'm exhausted, but I will survive.
Yeah, you'll be alright. You're a warrior. You're a little trooper.
I really got depressed when I took the last drink of my NOS.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'd be like,
because when I picked it up, I didn't remember sitting it down that late.
oh.
Yeah, see, did you feel that depression just?
Yeah,
come
like I
over
felt
you?
it. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I felt it.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of 2Nerds1Brain.
Yeah.
Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Everything helps. check the description. You can follow our socials anywhere.
Yeah,
If you want to see gaming content, you can see my Twitch, my TikTok. I post on there pretty often, I think. I don't remember. I'm tired. But anyways.
Yeah, you can check him out below, either under butternutzmcgee or Young DJ. And you can check me out below at either Aaron or Slickshots22, I believe is my Twitter.
We upload every
we try to upload every
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff he said. We really enjoy you guys watching all the way through. If you did, you're a fucking trooper.
Definitely.
And we hope you guys enjoyed the little podcast, the little stuff we talked about. If you guys have anything
any requests?
Yeah, requests. That's the word
Feel
I'm looking for.
You can email, either one of us will respond, 2Nerds1Brain@gmail.com.
Yep. One of us will reply. We'll probably start off or end it with whichever name we are, to whoever replied to it. So if you get 2 replies back, it's probably just both of us replying to it. Because obviously we're not like, Dragon Ball Fusion, which we should. If we did that, we could literally be 2 nerds and 1 brain, because you're the 1 brain and I'm the 2 nerds. Because I'm fat. I'm like 240. That's 120 for each person, so that's pretty respectable.
And I got a really wrinkly brain.
But yeah, I guess we will see you guys in the next episode.
Episode 3.
Episode 3, which we will probably be talking about something. But it'll be enjoyable, we promise. We'll do our best.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
See ya.
Bye-bye.